morning. It is my sincere pleasure to welcome you to the College of Education Teacher Pinning Ceremony. We began this tradition in 2018 for several reasons. One, to honor you, our graduates, our teacher candidates, our next generation of difference makers. You have worked hard, you have learned, you have grown, you have struggled, and you have overcome. And for today's graduates, this is more true than ever before. You have persevered through one of the most unusual, unexpected, unpredictable seasons that our world and our teachers have ever faced. Today you have reached a milestone, the step that moves you from being a student to a teacher. In a few minutes, you will recite the College of Education Teacher's Oath, committing out loud to yourself, your peers, your faculty, the responsibility that comes with being a Sam Houston State teacher. The oath reflects your commitment to this noble and meaningful career choice. Today is a day worth celebrating because you are worth celebrating. We are here to recognize this accomplishment, to tell you how proud we are of you, and to celebrate this transition. Well done and congratulations. Our second reason for being here today is to celebrate and honor the career that you have chosen. The need for dedicated, high-quality, excellent teachers of all types has never been greater. Today's students need you. They need and deserve the very best teachers possible. The pin you will receive today includes the Sam Houston State University official SH logo, because you proudly will not be just a teacher, but a Sam Houston State University teacher, the best that Texas has to offer. That makes you special. Your pin also, however, is in the shape of a starfish. In 2017, our college began the Starfish project in response to helping meet the needs of Hurricane Harvey. Little did we know that 2020 would create an entirely new perspective for how important it is for us to support one another. Not unlike a hurricane, the pandemic has caused great loss and great need, and the College of Education family has worked together to meet these needs at every possible level, including financial, academic, and emotional support. The Starfish Project is named for a story you may have heard before. In the story, a child walks along the beach after the tide has gone out, and the beach is littered with starfish. And as the child walks along, she picks up one starfish one by one and tosses it back into the ocean. And when a bystander notes that the beach is so full of starfish that the child can never make a difference, the child picks up another, tosses it back in the ocean, and responds, "I made a difference to that one." Your College of Education pin is in the shape of a starfish to remind you that teachers make a difference. They make a difference every single day in perhaps the most powerful way possible. They impact students, they impact lives, they impact the future. The future of our schools, of our communities, our country, and our world are, without exception, impacted by educators. Starting today, you are a teacher, and we celebrate this profession and your choice to be part of it by this pinning ceremony today. I keep a quote on my desk, and I literally keep a quote on my desk, that I have had since I started my own teaching career more than 25 years ago. It's worn and it's tattered and it's held together by paper clips, and it falls apart sometimes, but I leave it on my desk so that I am always reminded of what I do and why I do it. And this plaque says, 100 years from now, it will not matter how much money I made, what kind of car I drove, or how big a house I lived in, but the world may be a better place because I made a difference in the life of a child. You will make a difference. You will impact children, and you will change the world. And you matter every single day. The Starfish legacy continues today because of you. Thank you, not just from me, but from our entire college and from the students that you will soon impact for the rest of their lives. Thank you for choosing to be a Bearkat teacher. And remember that as you do your job, your calling is to make a difference to one and to many every single day. You are a Bearkat teacher. Congratulations. Each teacher pinning ceremony includes words of wisdom from a recent College of Education alumnus who is in the early stages of his or her teaching career. It is my pleasure today to introduce this year's alumni speaker, Mr. Kenneth Taylor. Mr. Taylor graduated high school from Oak Ridge High School in Conroe, Texas. He earned an Associate of Arts degree from Lone Star College, Montgomery, and then graduated from Sam Houston State University in 2019 with a major in history and a minor in education. He currently teaches social studies and coaches wrestling at Grand Oaks High School in Conroe ISD. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kenneth Taylor.
Hey Bearkats, congratulations on your achievements, and I honor you on this graduation day. Many hours of study and classroom experience have culminated into a degree from Sam Houston State University. Although the university life is challenging, the rewards are great. But post-graduation life is not the time to take a break and relax. Your journey to having a fulfilling career in teaching is only beginning. I hope everyone will gain employment to participate in the wonderful world of education. Perhaps some of you have already secured employment. If so, congratulations once again. But if not, do not despair. 1 year ago, I was in your position. The school in which I student taught told me 3 times that I would not be hired. I heard, "We want somebody else," or "The social studies department is full," and "We like you, but there's no room for you in the school." Job fairs yielded similar results. Everyone needed a math teacher or a science teacher, not a history teacher. Then one day towards the end of the semester, an assistant principal called me to his office and offered me a position. So what made the difference? Now, I don't pretend to know all the secrets of education only a year in, but I have determined 2 actions that are imperative that I will share with you today. 1, show commitment to your administrators and work extra hours. Volunteer for events and show that you are dependable. And 2, take care of your students. Have extra pencils, compliment when appropriate, and let them tell you of their interests. This year I had high school students voice their appreciation through thank you cards, letters, and drawings for the care and attention that I gave them. Find a balance between love and strictness in your classroom, a balance that I have yet perfected. So take care of your students and they will be better equipped for school and for life. So don't slow down now. This is the time to prove yourself and make a difference. Get involved, show your worth, and take care of the dear children in Texas. I wish you all success in your aspirations as I continue to pursue the same in mine. Eat 'em up, cats, and I'll see you out there.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor, for those wonderful words of wisdom. I am honored now to introduce our featured superintendent speaker, Dr. LaTanya Goffney. Dr. Goffney is the superintendent of Aldine ISD, one of the largest and most diverse school districts in Texas. A native of Cold Spring, Texas, she has been a teacher, an assistant principal, principal, and superintendent of Cold Spring Oakhurst before becoming superintendent in Lufkin ISD, and now Aldine. She was honored as the 2017 Superintendent of the Year for the state of Texas. Dr. Goffney is a proud Bearkat College of Education alum, having earned her bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees from the College of Education at Sam Houston State University. She is also one of our distinguished alumni, so please help me in welcoming Dr. LaTanya Goffney.
Hello, fellow Bearkats. I am super excited to be a part of your day today. You know, as I stand here and I'm reflecting back over my life, I am so thankful for the opportunities that Sam Houston presented me. And while I'm thankful for Sam Houston, I want you to understand the power of a teacher. You see, when I have friends who call, I always say, I'm living the dream. And the only reason that I get to live the dream is because of educators just like you. You see, I wasn't born on third base. I share this story because I understand that you're going to be in classrooms someday with students who are just like me. My grandmother, she raised me. I tell you, she taught me the value of hard work because she worked as a housekeeper. She actually cleaned toilets for a living and took care of elderly people so that we could have food to eat and a roof over our heads. And what I know for sure is education made the entire difference. Because although I lived in poverty, when I went to school, I had teachers who believed in me, encouraged me, inspired me, and exposed me to possibilities that were beyond anything that I was experiencing at home. And so it's my hope that as you think about right now, this moment, 2020 has not been good. Believe me, it has not, and I understand that. But I want you to take this moment and I want you to make something good out of it because you have real power in your hands right now. Real power. I know you're going to get your diplomas, you're going to get your pens, but most importantly, you're going to get the opportunity to make a difference for so many students. Wow. You talk about living the dream. You guys are dream makers. You're dream creators. And I want you to remember that when you go into the classrooms that you take on. Listen, this work is not easy by far. But who said it was going to be easy? It's certainly not hard either, because when you love what you do, you know you won't have to work a day in your life. And I hope that all of you take advantage of this opportunity and truly think about the difference that you're going to make. You know, if you choose Aldine ISD, one of the questions that I love to ask my new teachers is, which group do you want to be a part of? Those who are students' worst experience or a student's best experience? Because if I were to ask you, who was your best teacher? You know who it was. Mine was Mr. Conley, algebra, but don't tell Mr. Ashley who taught me geometry. If I was to ask you who was your worst teacher, you know who they are as well. And I won't name them, but I remember them. And so I want you to be remembered as the best, because let me tell you, our society, our world, the things that we're facing, the things that we're overcoming, you know where the solution's going to lie? In our classrooms with our teachers who are going to inspire our students and inspire another generation to do the work and to make a difference in this world. I wish that I was in your presence so I could look each of you in your eye and encourage you to take on this opportunity with the fierceness and the ferociousness that encourages people to do better, to live better, and to enjoy better. Because ultimately, seriously, you know, when I think about living the dream and I think about, you know, my grandmother and all of those different things, I want you to think about that as well, because you truly are living the dream. You're living your mother's dream, your grandparents' dream, an ancestor's dream, or someone's dream. And so I also want you to remember that there are going to be some tough days. But even on your toughest day, as an educator, you don't really get to have a real bad day, because even on your worst day, you're still going to be some child's best hope. Congratulations. I am very proud of you. Honored to call you alumni and fellow Bearkat, and I'm wishing you much success for a terrific future.
Thank you, Dr. Goffney. Congratulations, Bearkat teachers. In just a few minutes, I will have the honor of introducing our leader for the SHSU Teacher's Oath. You'll find your copy of the oath in the program, so please go ahead and get that ready. And while you do that, I want to take a few minutes to say thank you. Last semester, I had the unique experience of communicating with all of you each week during the spring school closures. In our email communications, I witnessed the roller coaster of emotions and fears of many student teachers as we navigated dozens of questions such as, will I have enough days to meet my TEA requirements for student teaching? How will I be able to take my exit exams when all the testing centers are closed? How can I help my mentor teacher in a virtual classroom? But more importantly, your email comments showed grit and enthusiasm and kindness and hope for your future students. Your passion for teaching and for service was evident in many university supervisor and mentor teacher descriptions of your ongoing daily efforts to stay engaged throughout the teaching and learning process. Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." I couldn't be more excited to hear how each of you will continue to change the world. I hope that each of you are wearing the blue stole you received in the mail. Your pen will be placed on the stole by the person that you've chosen to stand with you today. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Sandra Stewart to join us and lead the pinning of our EC6 candidates.
Will all EC6 teacher candidates please rise with your biggest supporters? Friends, please pin your teachers. Congratulations, Bearkat Teachers. Though we can't be with you today, we would appreciate it if you would take many pictures and post them on social media. Tag the College of Education, hashtag BearkatsTeach.
Thank you, Dr. Stewart. Our 4 through 8 teacher candidates will be led in the pinning by Dr. Jackie Ingram.
Would all 4-8 candidates please stand to be pinned by your family or close friend? Please pin your candidate. Congratulations, you're a Bearkat teacher. Don't forget to post your pictures to social media using the hashtag BearkatsTeach.
Thank you, Dr. Ingram. Our secondary teacher candidate pinning will be led by Dr. Casey Cregan.
Secondary teachers, would you please stand to be pinned by your biggest supporter? Supporters, would you please pin your candidate? Congratulations, you are a Bearkat teacher. If you would, please take a moment and take a picture of your pinning and share it with us on Facebook and on Instagram with the hashtag BearkatsTeach. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cregan. Congratulations, Bearkat teachers. We're so proud of you. Please prepare for the recitation of the oath. Bearkat teacher Ms. Megan Landon is joining us virtually to lead you in the oath. Megan is from Cypress, Texas, and graduated in May with her Bachelor of Science degree in Interdisciplinary Studies with a minor in Special Education. She has been a College of Ed ambassador for 3 years and is a part of the 4+1 Master's program. Megan will be teaching 4th grade in Waller ISD. Teachers, please stand for the oath.
I am dedicated to serving others through teaching. I am committed to inspiring the minds of the future. I will strive to create opportunities for others' success. I believe that a quality education is founded upon research, is culturally responsive, and is ethically sound. As a Bearkat teacher, I will use my abilities to create a positive impact on the world. I am a lifelong learner. I am a leader. I am a difference maker. I am an educator. I am a Sam Houston teacher.
Congratulations to all of you. What an inspiration it has been today to listen to the words of Mr. Taylor and to Dr. Goffney. And I hope also that you were inspired as you spoke the words of the Bearkat Teacher Oath, affirming your commitment to your chosen profession. It's the profession that makes every other profession possible, teaching. As we close today, I want to leave you with these thoughts. The world is different today than it was yesterday. The entire world learned this year that circumstances can change in the blink of an eye. Life has changed and schools have changed. The schools in which you teach tomorrow will be different from the schools that you attended yesterday. So even the thorough preparation that you received at Sam Houston State University requires that you constantly add to your knowledge and skills to adjust to the changing needs of students. And in a world that feels full of uncertainty and unpredictability, we know one thing to be true: things will continue to change. This has actually always been true. So my charge to you is this: as the world continues to evolve, grab onto every experience as an opportunity to improve your life and the lives of your students. Squeeze the lessons out of life to continuously improve your teaching practice. Find ways to adjust to new challenges. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep your eyes wide open to see injustice, inequity, and hardship.
And from those, create opportunity. Be a leader in your school so that your students can go out and be leaders in the world. This will ensure that that change that is always coming can be changed for the better. We know that you can because Bearkat Teachers can. Now, we hope to see you this afternoon at the car parade. It starts at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and we will continue this celebration. So as a reminder, you're going to line up in the parking lot between the TEC and the intramural fields and follow the lead car. There will be photo ops galore, so bring those phones. Also, please stay connected to Sam Houston State, to our family, by joining the Bearkat Teachers Facebook group. This is a great way for you to collaborate and connect. And last but certainly not least, you should have received information about the Bring 'em Back Cats event. If you haven't gotten that yet, please watch your email for it. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to continue your learning and stay connected. The kickoff event will be held on September 12th at 10 o'clock, and we'll have other professional development opportunities throughout the year. This event is held annually, and it's a great way for you to stay connected to your College of Education faculty and friends, and to receive free, I did say free, professional development. The workshops that are provided are especially planned to address your needs and current issues in teaching. This year, we'll be focused on distance learning and equity in education. I hope to see you there.